I like the Fire Temple. If I was on Tinder, I'd swipe right. I've covered all the Ocarina temples in this channel. All but one. The Fire Temple seems to have fallen to the last temple I talk about. And while it's great, I guess I just had more reasons to talk about the other temples. Like, I do enjoy this temple. I have it third on my rankings here. And I do want to restate that while the Shadow Temple is last, I do enjoy it. The distance between the Shadow Temple and garbage is about the length of the Earth to the Sun. So the Fire Temple deserves a lot of praise for being in one of the good spots on a fantastic list. Is it as epic or as mysteriously awesome as the Spirit or Force Temple? No. Is the Fire Temple great? Yes. We'll explain about why the Fire Temple is great right now. Do you have to listen? No. You could go like barbecue balls and dine them if you want. I really don't care. Watch this shit if you want to, or don't fucking watch it. I really don't give a fuck. But if you are staying, buckle up and enjoy the show. It might help to explain a bit of the background of the Fire Temple. Is the second of 5 temples that you must save the sages in. This temple resides deep in Death Mountain, an active volcano where the Goron tribe lives. That sage you must save, which ironically isn't kidnapped at the start, but happens to be kidnapped when you run into him, is also a Goron. Why he is here is because Ganon and an ancient dragon, which I'll get to her soon, has kidnapped all the Gorons. And I shouldn't have to explain to you, or maybe I should explain to Epstein, because he might be listening from the grave, the kidnapping is bad. So a big part of this dungeon, saving all the Gorons, I find, is a lot of fun. You get both a key and a tip about the dungeon whenever you save one, what makes it kind of a unique experience compared to just simply getting a small key. Many of these hints are pretty big too, like they tell you there's a secret passage all the way in the first room that you need the Megaton hammer for. And I'll say too, I'm a big fan of the Gorons. Like they know what I gotta say when I gotta warn my girl. Here it comes! There's a lot of sex jokes I sneak into this for everyone rated game videos. And I'm pretty fucked up, aren't I? Saving the Gorons adds a uniqueness to this dungeon that is very enjoyable and makes it different from the other dungeons in a positive way. It is a key reason why it is a great dungeon. I can't go into Ocarina Time dungeon video without highlighting the layout of a dungeon. It's like how a Christian priest can't go throughout his life without violating at least one young boy. So let's talk about the layout. It's pretty good. In a nutshell, it is like 2 pillars that are 5 floors high that Link must ascend to get the hammer, then drop right back down to the first floor where you get the boss key and go to the boss room. I like it when temples make you go in all directions instead of a straight line, and that's kind of my biggest gripe in the Shadow Temple. And the Fire Temple is somewhat like this, but it utilized the layout better, and quite cleverly. Like in the Boulder Room, you can come at this from different angles, you end up having to get 4 different Gorons and Smallkeys in this one room. I mean, sure, you will progress into this room and then you're going to leave it into the main, like, fire maze room and all that stuff. But how you approach this room in multiple different directions at least makes it so it's a much bigger and much more utilized room than just what a standard room would be. I also enjoy how one of the top floors you get to is more of a secret. If you have the Scarecrow song, you can long shot your way to the top of it. There's only just a bunch of collectibles up there, nothing actually really needed for the temple. But it does make it kind of a unique place that, if you look at the map, you really want to get to because you want to explore. So yeah, is the layout as good as the Forest or Spirit Temple? Probably not. Is it good? Yes. Will the church ever escape being reminded of these scandals? Most definitely not. Like all dungeons in the game, there is a key item to get in it. The Fire Temple has one that, while it's not perfectly used outside the dungeon, it is a perfect fit for the dungeon. At the way top of the dungeon is the Megaton hammer, needed to smash the dragon's skulls, just like how having children smashed any chance of having fun in your life. This item fits the dungeon so well, and you gotta smash your way through all obstacles that the bombs cannot. Like how you do need to smash the pillars out of the way to get to the rooms that will end up holding the boss key. Like how Link wants to smash that princess, and with the hammer knocking her unconscious will make it a lot easier. The 2 biggest needs for this hammer is all about the boss too. The first one is how you are about like the 3rd floor or something, you knock a pillar that'll send you down to the 1st floor and give you access to the boss room. And the second is you use the hammer to smash the boss itself. Yep, you will smash Valvagia's brains out, just like how I want to smash the Call of Duty franchise out of existence. Zelda dungeons really know how to utilize all items you are given, and I think the Fire Temple and Megaton Hammer are a great example of that. I brought her up a bit in this rant, so I figured I might as well make my last main point about her. The boss, Valvagia, probably said that wrong, but at this point I do not care, is really fitting for this dungeon. She's an ancient dragon resurrected by Ganondorf to rule the Fire Temple. She's known for eating Gorons, which, considering that they only eat rocks, must not really taste that great. And how fitting is it that the boss of this temple is a dragon that endangers the very race you're trying to save in this dungeon? A fire-breathing dragon with a reason to kill it harder than Morbius killed Jared Leto's career with an epic fight. It works perfectly too, as a dragon is an excellent choice for a fire-based dungeon. Yeah, sure, dragon's gonna be all different kind of elements and all that stuff, and it works pretty well. But you feel like a dragon who lives at the base of a volcano and can breathe fire at you is a perfect fit. The fight's pretty fun too. It's basically just a giant whack-a-mole game that Link has to look out for either falling rocks that she hits at you, or breathing fire at you. Overall, I'd say this is a great way to finish a great dungeon. It's no secret that I enjoy Ocarina of Time, and all the temples in this game are excellent. The Fire Temple just so happened to be the one I talked about last. I wouldn't say it's like the most forgettable, I've gone to it last. It's not like how you pick last at kickball because you're completely useless. No, this is still a great place that's not useless at all. I rank it third in this list, and you gotta note that the thing in last place is being praised by the gods. So how good can the other things be on this list? You know, I should go more in depth about this list at some point. It's like you are ranking the best of the best. So I better explain it too, because I made so many videos about these Ocarina of Time dungeons. Maybe I have in the past, I don't know, I made a shit ton of videos at this point, so I don't remember. I should do that video just like Call of Duty should make a good game. Although, based on Call of Duty's track record, they probably will not. So hopefully my track record becomes a little better than theirs. But knowing me, yeah, it's not the case. Oh well, these are still all great dungeons, which includes what the whole video is about, the Fire Temple. So yeah, the Fire Temple. It's another great temple.